Learn English from quotes. Jack Ma. 202101131. When you succeed, everything you say is truth. I will always believe that as long as we never give up, we still have a chance. Finally, we still firmly believe that as long as there is a dream in this world, as long as you continue to work hard, as long as you continue to learn, no matter how you look like this or that, the appearance of a man is often inversely proportional to his talent. Today is cruel, tomorrow is cruel, and the day after tomorrow is beautiful, but most of them will die tomorrow night, so everyone should not give up today. Idea, comma. Idea. Sun Genji and I have the same point of view. One plan is a first-class idea plus third-rate implementation, the other is a first-class implementation plus third-rate idea. Which one is better? We both choose first-class implementation, third-rate idea. I want to throw both firecrackers and bombs. Throwing firecrackers is to attract the attention of others and confuse the enemy, throwing bombs is my real purpose. However, I won't tell you when I will throw firecrackers or bombs. The game is to be virtual and real, so that you can be happy. If you feel a lot of pain in the game, it means you chose the wrong way to play. Those who advise us privately and point out our mistakes are true friends. The happiest thing in my life is what I promised to help others do. Not only did I accomplish it, but also did better than they asked for. When I fulfilled these promises, the excitement is indescribable. Pay attention to your reputation, work hard, be kind to others, and keep your promises. This is very helpful to your career. Commercial cooperation must have three prerequisites. One is that both parties must have interests that can cooperate, the other is the willingness to cooperate, and the third is that both parties must have the intention of sharing and co-prosperity. These three are indispensable. Service is the most expensive product in the world, so the best service is no service, and the best service is no service. Never compare luck with others. I never thought that I am luckier than others. I may have more perseverance than them. In the most difficult time, they can't stand it anymore. I can stand it for 1 or 2 more seconds. Today I am very excited to speak at Peking University. I have always regarded the students of Peking University as my idols, but have been unable to pass the exams, so I think if one day I must go to Peking University as a teacher. 10. CNO. Seeing 10 rabbits, which one did you catch? Some people catch this rabbit for a while, catch that rabbit for a while, and may not catch one in the end. The chief task of the CEO is not to look for opportunities but to say no to opportunities. There are too many opportunities and only one can be seized. I can only catch one rabbit. If I catch too much, I will lose everything. Our company evaluates once every 6 months and appraises it. Although your work is very hard and outstanding, you are the last one. I am very sorry and you have to leave. The biggest difference between us and our competitors is that we know what they want to do, but they don't know what we want to do. What we want to do, there is no need to let everyone know. People in China's e-commerce industry must stand up and walk, not always holding hands, always holding hands to finish. I mean, Alibaba found a gold mine, so we definitely don't dig it ourselves. We hope that others will dig it. He digs a gold mine and gives me a piece. 8848. I am convinced that our model will make money. Amazon is the longest river in the world, 8848 is the highest mountain in the world, and Alibaba is the richest treasure in the world. A good company can only survive by blood transfusion, but the key is to make blood by itself. Internet. Why can I survive? The first is because I don't have money, the second is that I don't understand the internet at all, and the third is that I think like a fool. As soon as the starting gun fires, you don't have time to see how your opponent runs. Only tomorrow is our competitor. Today is cruel, tomorrow is even cruel, and the day after tomorrow is beautiful, but most people die tomorrow night and will not see the sun after tomorrow. Just a word on the internet, barefoot are never afraid of wearing shoes. Failure on the internet must be self-inflicted, or the brain is hot, or the brain is not hot and too cold. I think internet companies will make mistakes, and they must make mistakes. The biggest mistake of internet companies is to stay in place, and the biggest mistake is not to make mistakes. The key is to sum up and reflect on all kinds of mistakes, to run better for tomorrow. Mistakes have to be made, the key is not to make the same mistakes. We teach people to fish, not to fish. Alibaba's 6 medical sword is Alibaba's values: integrity, dedication, passion, embrace change, teamwork, and customer first. The more money-making modes, the more you have no mode. Always believe that the people around you are smarter than you. If you want to start a business 5 years later, you start a business again. Being fooled is not because others are too cunning, but because you are too greedy, because you are fooled. In fact, many people's questions are because they are all right. A first-class idea, third-rate execution. I would rather like a first-class execution, third-rate creativity. The best model is often the simplest thing. To open fewer stores and open good stores, stores are not about more, but about excellence. It doesn't matter if entrepreneurs don't read much books, they are afraid not to study in society. There are no secrets in today's market, and secrets are not your core competitiveness. The reason many people fail is not too little money, but too much money. The concept cannot be sold for money in today's era. Entrepreneurs' passion and innovation are not enough. It needs a good system, team, and a good profit model. This world is not because of what you can do, but what you should do. When building a company, you have to consider good value before selling. If you think of selling at the beginning, your path may go astray. People must have something to focus on. People will have more challenges in their lifetime. If you change every day, I am afraid of you. When looking for venture capital, you must share the risk with venture capital, and you are more likely to get it. Remember, relationships are particularly unreliable. You can't rely on relationships to do business, nor can you rely on cleverness. Don't be greedy, it's important to be thorough. When you meet a strong opponent or role model, what you should do is not to challenge it, but to make up for it. There are no outstanding ideas in this world, only down-to-earth results. A good thing is often unclear, and it is often not a good thing. If you read a lot of books, don't tell others, tell them that others will keep testing you. The most taboo thing to do with strategy is to cover everything. You must remember the key breakthroughs. Only when all the resources break through, it is possible to win. Small businesses have a big mind, and big businesses have to talk about details. Sometimes there is always a chance if you die. All entrepreneurs should spend more time to learn how others fail. Focusing on your opponent is an important part of strategy, but it doesn't mean you will win. The strategy cannot be implemented on the results and goals, it is empty talk. The vast majority of entrepreneurs push from the micro to the macro, by discovering the needs of some people, and then pushing to a group of people. No matter how many resources you have, always think of your opponent stronger. 80706090. People in the 80s should not compete with the 70s and 60s, but with the future and the 90s, so that you have the possibility of winning. The business plan is definitely not a sales plan. There are countless details and the operation of countless talents. Strategy has many meanings. The strategy of a small company is simpler, that is, to live, and to live is the most important thing. We must first understand the market and customer needs, and then find the relevant technical solutions, so that the possibility of success will be greater. The core problem is to formulate your product according to the market, the key is to listen to the voice of customers. Free is the most expensive thing in the world. So try not to be free. When you have money, consider free. The word marketing emphasizes the need to pursue results as well as process, and to sell and even more to operate. Honesty is definitely not a kind of sales, nor is it a deep and empty concept. It is a real imperative, every detail. Public relations is a byproduct, because you will gradually spread out after you solve it. This is the best public relations. Temporary passion is worthless, only lasting passion is profitable. Smart is the natural enemy of the wise, fools speak with their mouths, wise people speak with their heads, and wise people speak with their hearts. Always think of your opponent very strong, even if it is very weak, you must think of him very strong. I myself don't want to hire someone who often jumps between competitors. Spend more time with your other employees. What is a team? The team is not to let another person fail, not to let anyone fail on the team. During the entrepreneurial period, never look for a star team, never look for someone who has already succeeded. To start a business, look for the most suitable person, not the best person. The biggest challenge and breakthrough lies in employing people, and the biggest breakthrough in employing people lies in trusting people. I want to do everything by myself, you can't finish it in this world. Every business must make money, free is not a good strategy, it will pay a very high price. When leadership is in good times, everyone can come out, and only in times of adversity is true leadership. When encountering a disaster, the first thing you think of is your customers, the second thing you think of your employees, the others are opponents. Always remember that every success may lead to your failure, and every time you fail to learn your lesson, you may be successful. To some extent, being irritable is due to insecurities or not having an open mind. Maybe one person says you are not convinced, and two people say you are not convinced. When many people are talking, you have to reflect on it, and you must have something wrong with yourself. A successful entrepreneur has three factors: vision, mind, and strength. Others can copy my pattern, not my suffering, or my passion for going forward. 80. People in the 80s still need to be beaten. No matter what they do, they need to check subjective reasons. To be small, we must be unique. People should never forget their first day's dream. Your dream is the greatest thing in the world. It is to help others succeed. A soldier who does not want to be a general is not a good soldier, but a general who is a bad soldier is definitely not a good general. The strategy of a small company is two words: survive and make money. The first idea to survive is to do well, not to make it bigger. Win in China has no losers, only lucky ones. A result may not necessarily be a success, but no result must be a failure. Always keep in mind other people's criticism of you, and forget others' praise. Authority is that when you give power to others, you can have real rights. When you know how to listen, respect, and assume responsibility, others will listen to you and you will have authority. Feedback.